Omiya Seinenbu. Omiya Seinenbu equals Young Entrepreneurs Group, also known as the YEG. Entrepreneur means business person, male or female. I was a member of the Omiya City chapter. There are hundreds of chapters all across Japan. When I first arrived in Omiya, I didn't have any contacts or friends except for the people at the Boston English Academy, where I was hired as a full-time teacher. There, I got my 1-year working visa. The school also set me up in an apartment in Hasuda City, not far from the Hasuda Station, which is 3 stops from Omiya. Of course, I paid the rent. Now I had a base. One day, I went to the Omiya Electronics Fair near the station with Mr. Otsuka, my boss. He introduced me to a gentleman. He is Motoda-san. Motoda-san is a tried and true 100% businessman. He's also a happy-go-lucky guy. He knows everyone and is friends to all. That is his style. That is his character. He also likes to try to speak English. One more thing, he likes to drink. So, he and I became amigos almost instantly. Through him, I became a member of 2 organizations which really helped our new business. One organization was the YEG. YEG stands for Young Entrepreneurs Group. In Japanese, it is the Seinenbu. Let me tell you about this group. There were 60 or 70 members in our group in Omiya. Most were young men, although there were a few women. And some of these people were the children of owners of companies, large and small. This group was a training ground for these someday company presidents. And some people, such as me, were small independent business owners there to make new acquaintances or contacts. For example, when we moved from our apartment to our new mansion, we asked the owner of a small moving company in the YEG. I think they were a kind of almighty, we will do almost anything for a price kind of business. They charged us 100,000 yen, about $1,000 for the job, which was very cheap. They were similar to the Keystone Cops. And guess what? Some of these companies wanted English lessons. Some of them were large corporations. This worked out nicely for us. We still didn't have our own school yet, so I had enough free time to go to lessons around Omiya day and night. This is one of the reasons that I really needed to get my Japanese driver's license. Little by little, the number of lessons grew. We got to the point where I couldn't handle all of them by myself. I had to refuse one request to teach, telling the student that I didn't have time. He replied, "You don't have to teach, just hire a teacher." And that started a new phase for our fledgling business. The truth is that I didn't know any other foreigners that I could ask to be a teacher. As a matter of fact, I avoided foreigners. But now it became necessary to find some. I put out flyers and feelers, and I did meet 2 teachers. They worked for us for a while, but I needed more contact. That is when I found the internet. It was very different from what it is now in 2025, or 2026 soon. And at first, I did find teachers who were looking for work easily, but soon large corporations took over the sites and little companies like ours were left out in the cold. But I had made several connections and hired 4 permanent teachers to do simple lessons, not full-time work for us. They taught for 1 or 2 or 3 years and longer. There was one gent who taught for 10 years for us until he had a stroke. And one lady still continues to this day teaching at a kindergarten for us. Basically, this was free money for Ram English. We keep 20 to 30% of the lesson fee paid. Currently, besides my Okinawa classroom, I go to 4 kindergartens and 3 adult lessons weekly. How I created these lessons are all stories I can tell at another time. To finish up here, the Seinenbu group was also about partying and drinking. And Motoda-san, he came to my home just last month. He asked me to rejoin the Rinri group that I used to belong to thanks to his introduction. I said that I couldn't, and we departed friends. The Rinri group is another story I will relate on this podcast. Thank you.